Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the second day of the M2M Summit 2016. Good to see you here. And first of all, yes, for those of you attending the evening event, thanks for coming there, and I hope you enjoyed it like me. It was a perfect event. For today, we have a lot of interesting talks today, of course. I have seen many of you have also discussed about the security issue yesterday. So perfect. On today, we have a whole session on security. We will also focus on automotive as one application for M2M IoT connectivity. And I also want to invite you to our elevators pitch. We have an elevator pitch with 10 startups showing us the latest trends in M2M IoT from their perspective. So now we will, I just want to hand over to Jeremy Cowan. Please, Jeremy, come on stage and, yes, tell us something about what we will, see today. Please welcome Mr. Jeremy Cowan.
Andreas, thank you. Welcome, everybody. Lovely to see you here. Thank you for coming. And I don't know about you, I thoroughly enjoyed last night's boat trip. I thought that was a scenic way to end the day. The setting was stunning, so thank you to the organizers. Welcome to day 2 of what has already proved to be a very interesting, very stimulating, and quite spiky conference. There were elements of discussion yesterday that startled me by their bluntness. You don't often find at events like this, in my experience, that people are prepared to go on the record quite as bluntly as they did. There was a lot of discussion around standards and a lot of discussion around partnerships. I think we all know that standards and partnerships are an incredibly important element of what we're facing as we try to enable the Internet of Things. And standards, I'm really pleased to say, are now with us. They are now starting to appear. We can see standards being launched by OPC, by 3GPP, by One M2M, and the Open Mobile Alliance. There's a number of different bodies that are all beginning at last to roll out standards that are applicable to your work, my work, and to what it is that we are discussing today. And a lot of what we are discussing is around how to make the glue that binds together all of the different parties. And that, I believe, is what makes this event and events like it so important. And it's the reason that I'm more than delighted to have accepted the invitation of the organizers to be here. I should have started, for those who haven't already attended, by introducing myself. If we haven't already met, I think I've met most of you. But my name is Jeremy Cowan, as Andreas has introduced me. I am editor and co-founder of the leading magazine and website for the Internet of Things, which is at IoT-now.com. End of commercial. So what I wanted to do today, apart from offering an apology to the neighbors that I had in rooms 142 and 144 this morning, around 7 o'clock, I was hopping as briskly as I could into my suit, a brand new suit. I've only worn it once before. And curiously, I had my jacket and waistcoat on, and the inelegant sight of me trying to get my trousers on was not improved by the fact that I couldn't get the trousers past my knees. I enjoyed last night's boat trip. I ate a little. I had probably too many beers. But at no time did I put on 5 kilos. So I was slightly concerned by this. And it was only when I examined the trousers more closely that I found that the dry cleaners had swapped my trousers with those of either a 12-year-old boy or a midget. And so somewhere in the UK right now, there is either a 12-year-old boy or a midget who is distinctly unimpressed with the trousers that he has been given. So my apologies to my neighbors in rooms 142 and 144. We can move on because partnerships are about more than that. Partnerships, in our experience, are going to be the defining moment of the IoT. It was said on several occasions through yesterday that there is no way that even the largest organizations in the Internet of Things are able to do it all themselves. And that, as I say, is what I think makes an event like today so vital. It's critical that we use these opportunities to network and to explore the possibilities of working with companies that perhaps we've never worked with before. None of us will now be working in isolation if we continue in the IoT. It may have been true in years gone by in IT that you could occupy your own company, or you could occupy even your own department without ever really branching very far outside. Those days, I think, are over for all of us. So we will be talking about standards. We will undoubtedly be talking about partnerships. I'm pleased to say that one of the things that came up regularly yesterday was Industry 4.0. And that, I'm sure, will crop up again today, but probably the most important thing that came out of yesterday, and I hope will be borne out by a discussion with a panel that I will be sharing with you on stage later this morning, is a security panel. And security is an issue that, if I'm honest, has not been adequately addressed by this industry up until now. I think it was put very well yesterday by Stephen Meller, who is CTO of the Industrial Internet Consortium. And he said, if there is a major accident, and heaven forbid, but if lives are lost, that involves the IoT, and we as an industry, when we're examined, are not seen to have made the necessary steps or taken seriously enough the risks to security, then, as he put it, we'll be dead. As an industry, he said, we'll be dead. That's pretty shocking stuff. I don't often hear that kind of talk from such responsible individuals within an industry. And I, for one, take it seriously. And from talking to people throughout the meeting yesterday after his comments and on the boat trip last night, I know that I'm not alone. So I hope that you will find the coverage here today on security and on other aspects that you're looking for meets your needs. And if you want to, please have a look at our magazine, which is outside. Have a look at our website, because you will find that I'm ensuring security is already getting a lot of coverage. There's a lot that we need to do as an industry. Now, I don't want to go on any more. I'd far rather hear from the experts. And the first expert that I'd like particularly to hear from is a friend from Vodafone, Mark Soter, who is head of M2M Central Europe and Africa, who will be describing for us IoT, how it revolutionizes the way we do business. Please join me in giving a very warm welcome to Mark Soter.